Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warieka LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warieka LTV. Keep it locked.
No, I'm gonna tell you. We as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? You see? Set the path for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, I. Greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, and all things that's good. See, I'm gonna observe some recent development from my affair. Bring forward to the item and how contrasting with nature, towards each other. So once I welcome our viewers and subscribers if you like the content. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe, man, and help grow the movement, because it's not an easy road. You know, see, the longevity development of the channel is dependent on subscriptions, seeing, sharing, and liking. So if you like it. See? Now, when I'm on talk on certain degree regarding the approach and address to I Prime Minister in Jamaica, Holness, the item think is a political thing, seeing which is a dibby way of looking at it. Because if there's concern in a country, you're definitely going to have to address the government of the day. Versus a Rastaman attack, I want to try to politicize I defense of even yourself, because when I defending a Jamaica, it's kind of non-beneficiary to I immediately. You know, see, I feel the item. See, even though when the item proficient like that and survive, it benefit black people everywhere in the world. No disrespect. See, I might have overstated or understated the item relevance, because when the item not hungry, the item think clearly and make representation for the black population at the level of audacity that Jamaicans have. So I'm not disrespect the item contribution and relevance to mankind. You know, see it. So our politician them, when in a year I'm on dig after them certain way. Seeing, I'm on not do it for either self or personal clout or them thing. Seeing, politics, today's politics, whereas if you choose to talk your mind freely and run with the narrative where everybody else I run with are the one that's being dictated to I. If you just by asking certain questions innocently, which is illegal, hypocritically, seen, I channel get stifled. You know, see. So don't feel like say I'm an intent is to stifle myself to certain degree. I don't know. You know, see. Yeah. Seen. So and I observe say the rest of the world, the authorities, particularly in the rest of the world, most of them have a certain and establish a certain level of compassion towards them people, throughout this crisis. I tell you, when people rebel, especially in the European and the white, you see, France have a rebellion going, from this whole thing start, I mean, see, it's not getting a whole of media coverage and things like that, First it was about the firefighters them. See it, and then it get a momentum when the whole lockdown thing start and people start protest lockdown. And a whole heap of thing. See it, France are one place, America is another place, a whole heap of place, but you don't know them sort of coverage that get suppressed and things like that. See it. Now, when it comes to how them society deal with one another, security force usually observe and actually practice a level of compassion towards what the people them feel, whether or not them dep on the same page or not. You see, I've seen a couple of clips with police officers refusing to actually arrest or enforce certain level of oppression against people who show dissent to what they think is not normal or acceptable in these times. You see, and I'll show you a clip scene, but like I said, though there are many, I'll just show you one where I think is rather impacting than most of those which I've seen, because in this case, police actually walk away from carrying out certain orders, which is highly admirable, because most police I tell you say I'm just under orders and I'm gonna have to do it anyway. But them officer, you know, them actually we understand where most police I say we understand where you come from. I agree with you. I am with you 100%. I know what you're saying is right, but we are just doing a job and things like that. While them police are so show down them weapons of war or weapons of intimidation against the people who them come out for intimidate and walk away on camera live and show dissent to the system who the people are dissenting against. So obviously, you know, their intent are with the people. Now, in a few days past, I big up Inspector McGregor and things like that. I'm gonna do that out of just to be fair, me have to remind him of his humanity and his relevance and his respect among us. You know, see, that was basically the intent of the mention. See, not like I'm being disrespectful when more are being a psychology. It's the open practice, open political practice to seek alliance in places of relevance. You see, the police is an institution as relevant as any other. They're always gonna be police, and them are our police. Them are people like us, and if we keep reminding them of that, no dictation is gonna take away from that. Anyway, watch the video with the white police. You know, see, we'll get back this. Yes, I. Now, you see the reaction from the police, the white police, them towards them population, I show concerns. You see, no, you see, both the police now and them people here have the step at the same wavelength due to information resources and things like that, and how information is transmitted and them way they are shared. You see, and them can relate because them are one community and them are the same people and them are experience the same thing, and certain things again with that was reflective of past experience, particularly in the same Europe there again, which is not far away. People who are still alive within this society still remember what it was like to be dictated to and pushed around and prodded, segregated and stigmatized, stereotype and all of them sort of thing there, and them see reflection of that today in the society regarding the nature of certain things. As we all know, and can establish a certain name that even this social media group that we are on, preventing you from mention through censorship and things like that, which is one of them dear a couple of years from now, I'm wondering if these people are considering any ramification or repercussion down the line for actions like these, media censorship, opinion censorship and things like this. Time after time them things that happen. I mean, the Nazis and the going against the Jews, the Gestapo and the SS and things like that. These were people who think they were above the law and think it was constantly gonna be this way. Seeing so they perpetuated their agenda without any form of reservations. You know, see, still up until this day, you got people who hunt them and make them life uncomfortable, and the literal population of Germany suffered a certain stigma and stereotype for decades. You know, see it. So them people here now have no tolerance. Them people here have both police and citizens got a common goal where them now want to see certain things come back to prominence in them society as long as them have bread. See, but also go over to our society now when we look and see. Again, this video might not be actual fact. You see, but me or a Jamaican I video it and them I run up and down through them, and me not other reason for things say it's not Jamaica. Jamaican they everywhere and them can always do that. Anyway in the world, you know, see. But if this is true, this level of equipment here obviously could have been better spent in a whole heap of lot of area would have benefit Jamaica futuristically more than for going in a crime fighting. So rather than go fully entirely against the Prime Minister and the one year, partly me support the equipment on behalf of the police, for the sake of the police. Given what go on today, unless we're stupid, we're not going to accept say the police in Jamaica is in a dire state in terms of equipment you know, modern day equipment, given the nature, I think gunshot and the amount where the gunman them have access to, and the type of firearm them where them have fire and things like that. You understand me? Yeah. The police them need armor suit. The police them need fully armor, full body armor at all times. Even the red and black official police suit should be made from Kevlar Rasta. So even when them are the official state duties, them have fully bulletproof. That's my belief. If I was in power, if I could afford it, I would have supplied them with such. You know, see, given the state of the criminal activity and mentality in Jamaica today, you know, see. So these equipment are necessary. You know, see, at this time, it shouldn't have been so, you know, now I take up on fact say, ghetto youth was deprived, pushed in a position of such depravity that them have to turn to crime, and even while doing so, there hasn't been any deterrent set up by the powers that be to deter them from criminality. Somewhat, there is no, I mean, not even the prison reform system really works in that sense. The prison reform system in Jamaica, it breeds more hate for the society that they were meant to come be patriots of, or reform to be patriots of, than anything. It breeds more contempt. It's a cesspool for the you know, it's like the womb for contempt. Push a youth in there and it's the insemination. You know, see, that's the Jamaican prison system, both from jail go right up. It's degrading. You know, see, so, you know, it's a, you know, it's like everything complement and breed the criminality we are going in Jamaica today, from my experience. I'm certain. You know, see, and we're going to stop right here so and play gigs again to the youth them, because me I try push that message here and show say people who are hip, people who are hot today, people who are considered cool, those have to have mentalities like these in order to survive. So listen to gigs and we could jump back into this once again.
Man was banging out in the streets, whatever. Anyway, you know what time it is, innit? Brothers can pretend they don't know what time it is, but man who know what time it is. I did not want to be a gangbanger. You know the ones I did not think I'd get up in the morning, I want to be a gangbanger. So I started doing music, and now I don't have to gangbang anymore. I know the man them want this. You know them ones, you wouldn't be fucking making music in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So just make some fucking bangers. Yeah, like the same way you do Chatty, Patty and Hazards, and these are fucking hits. I'm a fan. Like, man wants you, man, to win. Like, you know them ones that man actually wants the man them to win. They don't want you to win. Them fucking feds. They want you lot to make dumb songs and fucking bait up yourselves and stay in the streets and let them know what's going on so they can come and get you. That's what they want. You know them ones, but you lot want to be stars. So go and be fucking stars. You know what I mean? Stop fucking slowing yourselves down and that.
Yes, Gigs that. English rapper. Very talented and successful English rapper. Seen? And that a film speech to the youth them of today, and we appreciate it, and we not stop push it because we want the youth them to say the cool people them who's amongst them does have them positive approach towards success and desire, hopes and dream and things like that. You see, so and make some cool people where some people would think say it's cool to encourage and push strife and violence amongst the youth, them make them show them up and shame them. You see, yeah. So yeah. So we need, we're not telling a lie, we can't take that from the politician in this time where the Prime Minister, when him approach to crime, is by buying tankers and weapons of war and self-defense against civilian population, such as Jamaica. See, but again, Prime Minister, want to take responsibility and tell it and make it know say this look like a setup towards get a youth. You know, see, because we don't do nothing to stop the station from manifesting to what it is today. You know, see, rather than because we know so we can send go beg, borrow and steal and probably get something for pushing down the pocket too when you know go look help and sorry for come fight crime because look on them equipment, yeah. You know, see it, how much them it cost. You know, see it, how much favors you know have to call in, you know, have to get them things happen. Why them things couldn't have used in a more positive manner to prevent get a youth from going a crime. You know, see, there is other psychological way of deterrent. You know, see, I strongly believe so, Rasta, there is no other way. You see, or if we go fight fire with the own citizens, them like, you know, and a care and compassion for them health and well-being, you just prepare to kill them off. I mean, it's not a good look. Look on them equipment here. And we get back to the whole thing.
Fresh off of the boat. No, if I bullet there, that's something up there, sir. Jamaica nice, daddy. Look on this now. Yeah, man. Fully strapped, daddy. This is normal. When you go on boss, you go fight against him and lock dog, yeah? Yeah, man. Go on fight.
Yes, I like me, I don't know if it's true or a lie, but to them there. Seeing the police, them need them and not. Listen, don't get me wrong in a Rasta. You know, see, but where all of them finance, yeah, did they in a reserve for step up the security forces to this level of armor, seen, rather than create some youth out of the force, out of the society with them resource and reserves, yeah. So that them can come more benefit society, impact society in a positive way, Rasta. You know, see, I don't see it adding up. I can't see it add up, Rasta. You know, see, I can't see, you right now add up now. Oh, you have to find them resources now for solve crime. And you couldn't find no resource in the beginning for prevent the crime from coming to the level where it will take them level, you know, exuberant armor, yeah. Them, you know me I say like, it's like we are trying to show more, how we are soon start get tanker with track on it now for drive through ghetto and look for ghetto youth and them thing there, Rasta. You know see, I think we should put more effort into a deterrent of such, and I don't mean by a violent deterrent. You know see it, I mean, nobody, according to gigs, no wake up every morning and say them want to go do gangsterism and badness, Rasta. You know, see, the man them have ambition, the man them want to develop themselves personally, both themselves and them family. It's not about criminality. This is an Englishman that said that, Rasta. Even though they have more resource than us in Jamaica, the fact remains, it's a common way of thinking. It's a common mind frame. I saw every man, no man no want to sacrifice them life, Rasta. And then Babylon sit down and preach that like, so, oh, they are all criminals, they were born that way and they remain and stay that way no matter what we do. I mean, circumstances and situation made it so. And in a lot of cases, Babylon is the catalyst, is the influencer behind all of these things. It's purposely done in my book, as a matter of fact. And it's evident too. Especially when we say Prime Minister quick to find millions of dollars, far more than it would have take. To set up some little tactics, some little thing around the communities where affected like that. For influence the next generation where I come replace the one them where I do it here now. You see it? And use the manifestation here to, you know, influence the rest of the world to do the same. You see it, as we have always been trendsetters in many aspects of black development, community development, self-sufficiency and things like that. Us in Jamaica has always been that way. You see, but I guess to our leaders and to those who in charge, this is not their avenue of interest. You see, and once again, I'm going to touch upon the ganja. I'm going to write it down big on my weight in the paper here, so you know that little one there where you're keeping and your thing to remind you upon a certain subject or certain, you know me, I say, yeah, bullet points, ganja we are jump on next because we are showing how much it could have do and can afford to do to the people. You see, but look how the white man accommodate in common people's desires, how him associate and relate to how them feel genuinely and walk away from oppressing them. Our people, by reinforcement, to support the oppression, right in at the midst of everything else. This is when we are a national threat. When, in a time like this, crisis, when you've been asked to sacrifice everything, seen, yet still questioning the sacrifice, why it mean, what's it relevant, so it works. Not like we won't, we wouldn't, but I mean, we have to be educated on the logics of what we are doing. You know, see it, and we can't get the education there yet, rather than anything else. Bullet. Government badness. You see, because this is obviously what it appears. You see it. Where does this resource come from for acquire these equipment? You see it. Isn't it cheaper, far cheaper for fire infrastructurize things that's gonna sway the mind of the youths from picking up elements of such? I'm just wondering, because a human investment, I am a strong believer of human investment being the best investment. You see it. So I step a Rasta. I have to observe the thing critically from a different perspective and from every perspective that be. And I can't stop the way I think because it makes some people uncomfortable. You see. So I give thanks once again. You see, I hope I question them make sense. Share, like, and subscribe, and give a listening ears to the youth that we name Gigs, because you look like him, you know, common sense. Yeah, I give thanks.